What's good, winners? Welcome or welcome back to this channel. I hope that y'all are doing well just like I am. Today's video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing my makeup at the same time while I talk about my lock plans for 2023. I thought, you know what, seeing as I've got errands to run today, why not do something a little bit different instead of always just standing on camera and just talking to y'all. So I've already got my face moisturized and all of that good stuff. I'm just going to go in with some primer. I'm using Revolution's Hydration Primer. So I've also got my mirror on the side here, and I've got my notepad so that I don't forget any points that I need to make. It's going to be very interesting. Whoop, I'm getting my primer everywhere. It's going to be very interesting talking and trying to do my makeup at the same time. But nevertheless, those of y'all that have been rocking with my channel for a long time would know that earlier on this summer, I think it was like July times, I was talking to y'all about the fact that my locks had started thinning out. And you know what, that whole experience has made me think about things that I do want to do differently going forward in regards to my looks, especially as you know 2023 is literally around the corner. So now's basically a good time to think about, you know, things that I want to do differently. So I've got roughly about 7 to 8 points right now. The first point is I want to continue to keep my look moisturized with very few products. So with me, I'm a firm believer that when it comes to locks, less is more, or just natural hair in general. You don't need to be using the most. I'm gonna just pat my face with a little bit of Laura Mercier's translucent powder because sometimes I can get a little bit oily. But yeah, when moisturizing locks or just using products in general, you really do not need to be doing the most. I recently did a video where I shared with y'all the products that I do use to moisturize my looks. If you haven't seen it, I will link it up somewhere here. And yeah, going forward, I mean, I do want to stick to those products because so far so good. I don't have any complaints with that, and I'm just not a big fan of the idea of just bombarding your hair and your scalp with 101 products. I think it's really unnecessary if you ask me. My second point is I'm gonna continue to go to bed with a silk or satin bonnet to protect my locks because I don't sleep with silk or satin pillows, and my bedding covers are not made from silk or satin. If they were, then maybe I wouldn't use my bonnet or a headscarf. But you know what, even knowing me, I think even if I did have silk or satin like pillows or whatever it may be, I probably still would use my hair bonnet anyway. And the bonnet that I use is what I have on my head right now. I also have other ones as well. And for me, I just think it's imperative to use a hair bonnet because it's a great way to protect your hair. It keeps all the moisture in your locks. It also prevents the amount of lint and other crap that goes into your locks as well. I'm using Estee Lauder's foundation, but I've got a sample bottle. I did actually buy the actual bottle the other day, but I'm yet to open it. I'm using, I think it's the color 7W1. So yes, it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and it's in the color, yeah, I was right, 7W1 is the deep spice color. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do love this foundation. I was using this foundation pre-pandemic when I was like beating my face and stuff. So skin wise, I have combination skin, and it tends to get oily in my T-zone areas, and I just think that this foundation is sensational. So yeah, anyway, going back to the lock talk, yeah, I'm gonna continue protecting my hair at night because I think it is very important for me to do so. My third point is I'm thinking to not have any lock styles unless it's for a very important occasion. So each to their own, but one thing that I've noticed for myself is I think that retwisting too much and styling too much is a fast way to basically damage your locks, to put it shortly. So I do not have any intentions of styling my hair unless, you know, like I said, it's for a special occasion and I think that it's necessary for me to do so. And I personally feel that even on those odd occasions, if I do decide that, yeah, I want to style my hair, I am not gonna keep the styling for long. So in the past, I've been known to, like, for example, if I've got rope twists in my locks, I could keep it in for like anywhere between like 4 to 6 weeks. Going forward, if I do have my hair styled, I definitely will not keep that for long. I couldn't tell you how long I would keep it in for, but definitely not that long whatsoever, because I just think things like that, it's not necessary. And even the notion that when you retwist your hair it must be styled, yeah, that's all the stuff that I'm just trying to unlearn, basically. When it comes to setting spray, I'm going to be using Revolution Sport Fix. I'm just gonna, as you can see, I've used this quite a bit. I'm just gonna spray a little bit onto there, and I'm also gonna spray a little onto my face. I think it's a really awesome setting spray, and it's very affordable as well. But yeah, my fourth point, which kind of ties in with my third, is that I don't plan to retwist my locks a lot come 2023 or just going forward in general. When I think of 2023, I personally see myself not retwisting more than 3 times. So essentially that's basically gonna pan out to what, probably like retwisting my locks once every 3 months and a bit, I believe it would equate to. Now my reason for that is because, like I said, one thing that I've noticed, and I think it's just a known fact anyway, is that there's no need to retwist your hair a lot. For me, one thing that I've noticed from proven experience, there was a time when I went a whole year without twisting. So I was basically semi-free-forming for a year, which meant that, for example, if I like wash my hair, I would just gently pop my locks and I wouldn't retwist any part of my lock whatsoever. And what I found is my roots began to become very, very stronger. Some of my locks, not even some, most of my locks really thickened up quite a bit. I do apologize if you can't see what I'm doing, by the way. I'm using natural lighting and it's kind of dipping in and out, but I didn't have like anywhere else suitable to film. Yeah, and I just found that it was just very beneficial. Ooh, not me getting makeup on my hair bonnet. Oh my gosh. See, that never normally happens, but because I'm filming on camera, that's when things always go wrong. But yeah, so I noticed that when I went a whole year without retwisting, it was just very beneficial to my locks. And it was something that I took on board, not retwisting that much. But then I don't know what happened, if it was this year or something, but there was a point in time when I started to like retwist a little bit more than usual, and it's not worth it. So even with me, I'm currently filming this, I don't even know what today's date is. I want to say today's the 8th of October, so I'm filming this on a Saturday. I've got a retwist booked for about 2 weeks time, 2-3 weeks time. And that is going to be my last retwist of 2022, to be honest. And then I'm not going to retwist until some point of 2023, whenever that may be. Because for me right now, I'm really focused on the health of my locks. Like, I want my roots to be really strong. I want my locks to be, you know, healthy. I don't care to subscribe to that whole your locks must always look like overly manicured type look. It's not for me. I don't care for it. All I want, like I said, is I just want my hair to remain healthy. I don't want any of my locks to like fall out because I was trying to fulfill a certain aesthetic. Not here for it. I don't care for it. My 5th point, I'm about to use some concealer, Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. This is fully coverage. It's like my favorite concealer ever, not that I have tried a lot anyway. My 5th point is that next year I would like to do an apple cider vinegar soak at least once. So some people call it a rinse, I call it a soak, because for me I don't really see it as a rinse, if I'm being honest with you. You soak your locks in it, so to me it's a soak. The reason why I want to do it at least once next year is because I haven't done it in a good couple of years. I just think that apple cider vinegar soaks are a very, very, very great way for you to detox your locks. Like if you have any products or oils or whatever that may have been stuck in your locks and whatnot, it's a great way to basically really, really clean your locks and kind of treat your locks as well. I feel like it's like almost like a great spa session for your locks. And it's actually something that for some strange reason, well, I really do. Ideally, I think it's a good idea to maybe even do it once a year, but I couldn't even tell you the last time that I've done that. And actually speaking about this kind of makes me think, maybe should I request to do it on my next loc appointment or not? Let me know in the comment section below if you think maybe I should. And also let me know in the comment section below, have you had an apple cider vinegar rinse on apple cider vinegar soak this year? If so, how was it? How was it for your locks? What did you notice? Did you notice a difference in your locks after you did it? I just clocked, I didn't tell y'all what I'm using for my eyebrows. So I'm using Revolution's, what's it called? Oh, it's just called just as Revolution, you know. Anyways, I'm using Revolution's eyebrow pencil in the color dark brown. I just use it to brush out my eyebrows and also just kind of fill it in a little bit. But yeah, also let me know in the comment section below, do you have any loc plans for 2023? Because yeah, that'd be really interesting to know. Or am I the only one that kind of like plans ahead and thinks to themselves, there's a couple, you know, things that I could have done differently with my life or with my hair this year, and I would love for 2023 to be a little bit different. Anyway, my 6th point is I'm gonna start doing more hot oil treatments as well. In general, when I wash my hair, obviously minus the recent video where I used plant-made products to wash my hair. If you haven't seen the video, I will link that somewhere here as well. After I washed my hair, I used their conditioning bar, and I feel that obviously after using a conditioning bar, it's a little bit of a stretch to then go in with hot oil. I mean, there's nothing stopping you, but I just feel that that could potentially be a little bit much, right? Right, so anyway, as I was saying, multitasking is failing right now. Yeah, so like obviously after using like a conditioning bar or whatever, to me it just kind of doesn't make sense to then go in with a hot oil treatment. So I didn't do that in my last video, but definitely next year I think that hot oil treatments are definitely a great way to go, because sometimes it's very easy to forget that, yeah, okay, cool, you're locked and whatnot, but it doesn't mean that your locks don't need that extra step when you've washed your hair, essentially. So next year, I definitely want to do more hot oil treatments. I can't lie, I'm gonna struggle to talk with this part, so I'm gonna fast forward it. In regards to like what would I use as a hot oil to treat my locks though, which I'm sure that some of y'all would probably be asking. For now, because I use plant-made products, if you don't know who plant-made are, I have put links already to the videos to some of them, but plant-made are basically a black-owned, woman-owned company. They specialize in oils for hair, beards. They're science-backed. Everything that they use is all like natural ingredients as well, which I love the most. All organic, vegan, nothing that would like irritate your scalp, basically. And yeah, I would probably use their roots oil. I have actually used their roots oil in the past to do hot oil treatment. So their roots oil is for those that, for example, suffer from like dandruff issues. If you suffer from like seborrheic dermatitis, for example, seborrheic dermatitis, it's basically like a very bad form. I say it's like dandruff on steroids, but it shows up on your skin in a variety of ways. So it could show up on your scalp in like scabs and things like that. And with me, I used to have like scabs on the edges of my hairline basically. And for some people that have like it very, very serious, put way too much translucent powder. For some people that have it really, really bad, it can actually sometimes cause for your hair to fall out. So if seborrheic dermatitis goes untreated, just do your research. It can be really, really bad. So at one stage, oils that I used to be able to like regularly use when my seborrheic dermatitis was like out of control, it just wasn't happening, you know. And recently somebody asked me, how did I know that I had seborrheic dermatitis? Well, how I knew is because I was watching videos of other people that had like scalp conditions, and there was actually another Locs YouTuber at the time. She no longer makes videos. And she was talking about the fact that she has seborrheic dermatitis, and when I looked into it, I had the exact same thing that she was talking about, and that's how I knew. Unfortunately, I was unable to see a professional, so I didn't get professionally diagnosed. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't about to wait to be professionally diagnosed, because I'm a person where if something's not quite right, I want to fix it immediately. And if I can't get a professional that's going to help me to sort it out immediately, then I will seek other alternatives. Whether or not that's a good or a bad thing, I do not know. I understand there are some people that, depending on the situation, would much rather wait for a professional to diagnose them. But no, when I kind of clocked on that I had seborrheic dermatitis, for me it was a case of, okay, what am I going to do? Like, what am I gonna do next? Because everything that I was using on my scalp was irritating me. A lot of people started to advise me via YouTube and other social media platforms that what I should do is I should stop using hair oils altogether. And I gave it a try, and all that did was made my scalp issues even worse. It also made my hair like very brittle and dry. So no, for me, the no oils thing is not an option. It works for some people. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for me. So I started to use Plant Made's Roots Oil a try, and that was the hair oil that for the first time in ages was not irritating my scalp. All natural products, all natural ingredients. I love Plant Made, and I'm at the time of filming this, I'm really hoping that in due time I will one day be able to do some sort of collaboration with them, because I definitely think that they are beneficial for the natural hair community. I'm about to go in with Fenty Beauty's Mocha Mummy. I know that this is like black women or brown girls' favorites as well. Look at this. Can y'all see just how pretty it looks on my skin? Like, I love this product. So my 7th point is that I have noticed, and I'm not quite sure if it's because my locks are really long now, but when I when I wear my locks down, especially like a whole day at work or out and about, it makes me really hot and flustered. Now in general, I'm somebody that, oh yeah, for mascara I'm using Benefit's Bad Girl Bang. Can you guys see the difference? This one mascara, that one no. It really just volumizes your lashes. I love it. But anyway, yeah, because my locks are really long now, they are more or less, some of them are already touching like the top of my bum. I get hot and flustered anyway. I've always been that kind of sweaty Betty person, but now it's like on steroids when I wear my locks down. So even now I'm like slowly practicing it, but next year I don't want to be wearing my hair down. Like, I really want to be doing it. So what I'll be doing is I'll be wearing my hair either like in a bun or tied back. My 8th point is that I want to embrace grey hairs. Now, the reason why I think that actually this point is very, very important to me, and it should be very important to you if, for example, you have grey hairs and you keep constantly dyeing it. I mean, if you want to dye it, there's nothing wrong with that. It's your personal choice. But maybe you've got grey hairs and it's making you feel some type of way, because obviously we're living in a world where having grey hairs kind of somehow equals to you being old or whatever it be, or not being youthful or whatever it may be. But for me, it's really, really important to embrace my grey hairs. I think years ago, and I say that because I'm looking in the mirror and I can literally see all my grey hairs. I have about approximately, I want to say about 5 or 6 to like the front of my face. And what I was doing, I mean, even though I made a video years ago, right, I'm using MAC Gold Deposit highlighter, because I do want to highlight my face quite a little bit today. Right, like, even though like years ago, I think I did a video about embracing grey hairs and stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did find it very hard to actually embrace it off camera, because my mom, like, she's had grey hairs for like as long as I can remember. And she's always kind of, sorry mom if you're watching this video, because she does watch my YouTube video sometimes, and I feel that she's always kind of seen grey hairs as a sign of getting old and whatnot. I mean, she's much older now, but like when she was much younger and she had it, she used to like equate it to like it being seen as, oh, you're getting old and whatnot. So I feel that in a way I kind of took on that thought process without realizing when that's not the case at all. So like I was still constantly like plucking out the grey hair and all of that jazz. And I remember there was some point, I want to say maybe last year, I went to the Locs salon, and the guy that was doing my hair at the time, he was like, oh, Winnie, just to let you know, you have like a lot of highlights. You have a lot of highlights in your hair. And I was like, highlights? I haven't dyed my hair in years. And he was like, no, as in like shiny highlights. So I kind of was taken aback, like shiny highlights. And he was like, yeah, as in shiny ones. And I was like, oh, you mean grey hairs? And he was like, yeah. And you know, even though he kind of like mentioned it as a joke, at the time it did slightly make me feel some type of way. And I was still like plucking it out, and then I think maybe about a week or 2 ago, recently, I was about to pluck it out, and I was like, why do I keep plucking out my grey hairs? I pluck it out, and then in about 2-3 weeks, it grows back, and they all grow back with a vengeance at that. And it's not even just the front, I've probably got it all throughout my hair, I just can't see it. They come back with a vengeance. For like over a year or maybe 2 years now, I've noticed I actually have a white hair in my eyelash. And it's white, it's not even grey. And actually, funny enough, the hairs like that I see, they're not even grey, they're white, they're bright white, as in you cannot miss them, right? And I remember when I first noticed it in my eyelash, I was a little bit like upset, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit upset, and then I was like, you know what, it is what it is. And you know that it is what it is mentality, I need to also have that in regards to, I have white hair in my locks. And if anything, it adds character to my hair. I do like to be cheeky when it comes to makeup, and sometimes what I do is, giving up my secrets here, when I have a spot, I need to get one of those black felt tip pens that can do the dot precisely. But I do like to create like beauty spots My final point that I will make in regards to my looks, right, so for lips, actually, let's talk about lip combo. My favorite lip combo is using MAC Chestnut lip liner with this color right here, Abu Dhabi from NYX. I only just realized before coming on camera, my MAC Chestnut lip liner ran out yesterday, and I thought I had a spare one, but I don't. This is MAC Night Moth, which I believe is a little bit darker, so I'm not quite sure how this lip combo is gonna come out. We're gonna see how it does. Anyway, my final point in regards to my look plan for 2023, and I personally feel that this should be everybody's look plan going forward in general, forget waiting until 2023, it can even be a look plan from now, is I want to completely dismiss any kind of look ideology that I've picked up from everybody else. Like, I want to unlearn all of the bad things in regards to looks. And when I say all of the bad things in regards to looks, I mean the whole idea that your locks need to look a certain way, the whole idea of perfect looking locks, the whole idea that you always have to like have it retwisted, have a manicured look, your journey needs to be a certain way for it to be deemed in a certain way. I want to unlearn all of that, and I want to just create my own and continue to live by my own look rules. I must admit, I'm a little bit scared on how this color, lip color, is gonna work well with this color, because it's chestnut that it really works with. And you know what, this is making me think, has anyone used MAC lip liner, the chestnut color? Do you know of any dupes? If not, knowing me, I might just end up popping into a MAC store later today and just buying the chestnut. Cause yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. It seems too dark. So this is NYX lip matte cream in Abu Dhabi. Oh, it's giving. You got the dark color, then it gives you like almost like a purple vibe, and then the pink, so like it's a nice ombre look. I actually really like it. This is my final look. I got my locks in a loose high bun, my makeup. I told you I like that kind of natural, glowy, but for me, the lips is a beautiful, gorgeous, accidental discovery, because I didn't think that that lip liner would work well with that color, but clearly, wow, I am astonished. So yeah, with my last point, in case I didn't do a good job reiterating it enough, my final point that I want everybody to take away is, when it comes to your look journey is yours. Please do not take on board some people's advice, because some people's advice will leave your hair damaged. You don't need to retwist your hair often. You don't need to get it styled often. You don't need to use 101 products often. Your look journey is yours. If you don't even want to retwist your hair, that's fine. If you don't even want to go to a lock salon and get a loctician to do it, that's fine. If you want to do your locks yourself, so long as you know how to do it, that is fine. Embrace your hair, embrace your lock journey. Your hair is beautiful. Do not allow other negative outside influences to ruin your journey. And my 2023, I say 2023, but to be honest, all of the points that I made are things that I'm gonna be implementing as of now. My lock journey is my own, and I'm gonna embrace all of the parts of it, and I'm gonna continue to share my different thoughts, my experiences and whatnot with y'all. But let me know in the comment section below, if you've made it this far, let me know, what did you think of this video? Would you like for me to do these kind of videos a lot more, where I'm doing my makeup and talking at the same time? Do you want me to add a little sprinkle of like beauty to this channel to diversify the content a little bit? Let's gist in the comment section below. But thank you so much for watching, and until my next video, mwah, take care, be good.